Misfits, we're looking at Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Scrawlers here from Wizkids, and we've got Zev to tell us about it.
Hey
What's
there,
it all
everybody.
about?
This is a maze racing game. Very simple game. We have 10 levels of dungeons, and it's for 4 players, so there's 4 copies of each level, and they get progressively harder and or they add more elements to the game. So here you can say this is dungeon level number 1, and it tells you a little bit about the rules here. And what you're doing is you're taking your marker, and everyone goes, ready, set, go, and then from the start, boom, 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 you're just trying to race and interact with the elements as you try to reach and end the game by the first person to cover the boss. How you interact with the elements are as follows. For example, monsters, you want to be able to cover them completely. What you see over here, these exotic plants over here, you just want to ride over them. The spells, the purple things, you want to be able to trace them completely. And then you have the treasures you want to outline over here. And then finally you have the artifact fragments. These are the stones here. You want to connect them in numerical order over here. And for every 3 that you connect correctly, you score a point. There are times where, you're going so fast, you may not complete everything. So if you touch something but don't complete it, all right, you don't score anything, but you don't lose anything. However, if you go into a corridor room and you completely miss an object, you'll score -1 VP for not even interacting with the objects.
Oh, wow.
But that might be worth it for you. Doesn't, you never know. You also want to be careful where you could touch your walls in that, but if you break a wall, if you break through a wall and you end up in the same area, that's okay, you'll just get a penalty. But if you break through an area, a wall, and don't come back and go into a totally different area, you actually lose from that point on. So you'll only score from the point beforehand. So again, it's maze racing. You got this speed element you're trying to do. And in this level, again, you end it by the first person to cover this boss, which is worth 4 points over here. So if you completely cover it, it's 4 points. Just as a quick thing here, like here's dungeon level 6, for example. And here we have portals, we have orbs that you cover. When you touch an orb, you take these, which have an order depending on how they go from first place all the way to 5th place, and you just grab these, or 4th place. And then you just grab them and they're worth points at the end. There's also things with keys. If you touch a key, then you're able to get a key because there's locked doors on some levels that need specific color keys. In this one particular, this one says defeat 2 bosses. So for the first player to cover 2 of these bosses, you go, oh, I did it, pencils down, and then we go and score everybody. Normally you play 3 dungeon levels, and then you combine the scores, and whoever has the highest with the 3 scores wins. Also, everybody is a character, and the characters make it easier to interact with one thing. So, for example, with the rogue, you don't have to outline the treasure, you just got to draw a line through it. With the cleric, you don't have to do the artifact fragments in numerical order, for example. And the barbarian here, you don't have to cover the whole monster, you just got to cover its head. So again, and then you have also the you have a ranger and a wizard as well that affect spells and exotic plants. So yeah, just a fun game. You could play with anybody. You could again, you learned it in about 12 seconds, and it plays in about 10 minutes or so, and just a lot of fun. And like I said, there's 10 different levels, so you can mix and match. Play level 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 10, 6, 4, 9, whatever. Just play 3, put them down, play another 3, and so on and so forth. Or just play 1 dungeon just for fun, and whoever has the highest score there. So really a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds great. And where can people find out more about it?
Friendly local store, Wizkids.com, so on and so forth.
Awesome. Thank you.